We have a husband asking a question in the marriage subreddit. He says, I messed up my marriage. Is it too late to fix it? He says, I'm 35, married for over a decade, and we have 3 kids together. My wife recently told me she wants a divorce. It feels like the ground beneath me has disappeared, and I don't even know where to begin picking up the pieces. I wasn't there for her. I wasn't there emotionally for her. I didn't show up in the way she needed. I took everything for granted. Her love, her effort, our family life. And now it feels like I've woken up way too late. She's been struggling with depression, and she started seeing a therapist. I can see how deeply hurt and exhausted she is. She said that if it weren't for the kids, we would already be divorced. She's asked for space, but I know deep down she doesn't love me anymore. She hasn't said it outright, but I can feel it. She doesn't want couples therapy either, says it puts too much pressure on her, and she doesn't have a clear question or request to bring to the therapist. She's going through this process alone, trying to figure out what she wants. He continues with, I, on the other hand, feel completely lost. I love her. I still do. I'm trying to change, not just to save the marriage, but because I finally realized what kind of person I should have been all along. But is it too late? I want to believe people can grow and reconnect, but right now it feels hopeless. Has anyone ever managed to turn things around at this point? I'm open to any advice, any perspective. I know I effed up. I just don't know what to do next. Thanks for reading. I actually chimed in on this. I'm like, it's wild how so many men never wake up when the discussion about issues could be fixed. Too many of y'all wait till the woman has emotionally left to try and revive a dead relationship. He says she's exhausted. I didn't show up. I can see that she's hurt. This woman is gone. I'm totally sure over the course of this marriage with these 3 kids, she asked for help. And he said he didn't show up. He didn't do anything. Why? I think that we're going to continue to see these because women are tired, and women still at this juncture in time have choice. They still have a choice for divorce as it stands. And women are seeing that it is probably less stressful and less work to just be a divorced mother with kids, because these marriages are not, like, literally these husbands are not showing up. And this man knows that he didn't show up. Grouchy Original says, am your wife in the middle of a over 2 year long divorce, 3 kids, 12 years married. You only decided to change when you realized you were losing something. Her losing something all these years didn't matter to you. At this point, be better than my husband. Let her go peacefully. Once a woman has decided she's done, there isn't any going back. I don't know how many times that these people have to say these things in these subreddits. Don't do what I did. Listen to her. Don't take her. They say this stuff in these Reddit posts all the time. Yet men have to touch the stove themselves. They have to take their wives for granted. And then they have to come running and like pour their heart out. It just keeps happening. It's impossible for them to learn from somebody else's mistakes. Crazy Cat Lady Rookie says, I was also his wife, and I agree with you. She's done. He drained her. Being married alone all these years has emptied her cup. She has nothing left to give. Dare to be Read says, same. I asked my ex-husband to go to marriage counseling for 3 years. I didn't play games or not communicate. I told him exactly what I needed to be happy. Be a partner. Pull some of the weight around the house so we are 50-50 with chores while I work full-time and go to nursing school full-time. He refused counseling until I moved out of the house. I still went to 2 sessions and realized there was no fixing anything. He wasn't ready to make changes for years until I was completely done and he was losing something. He still had the audacity to say he didn't understand where things went wrong. 3 years post-divorce, and it's still the best decision I ever made. OP, let her move on. She's done. You had your chance and didn't care until you were losing something. Stop being selfish and let her go peacefully. So many people are just giving it to this man. Stars in the Valley says this is exactly why men make such better second husbands, because they realize way too late everything they ignored in their first marriage and vowed to be different in their second marriages. Be a present and loving father. Step up your co-parenting game, because you're going to need to do it anyway, and get yourself into counseling. Mama Lilac says, my ex-fiance and father of my kids was married before. I was too, but I think he learned nothing from that experience. She was so toxic until I understood it was probably his fault. Grouchy Original says, they all blame the ex. Now we have Introverted 1993. She says, typical men. This is what sets the men off, with her saying typical men. Your wife will tell everything that's wrong with her, and you men get too comfortable thinking she will never leave because you married her. You ignore her and make her feel unwanted. Then when she wants a divorce, now you want to wake up. Sorry, but she checked out a long time ago. It's only now that she's physically leaving. Give her the divorce and set her free. They were fine with her being miserable as long as she was miserable there. They were fine with that tolerable level of permanent unhappiness because she was still there. They were fine with her being unhappy and exhausted. They were okay with that. It's now that she's leaving, like they start to panic. But the fact that Introverted 1993 says typical men, this set off the men in the comments. Wing Shooter says, perhaps you should take your own advice. Set each other free. Refuse to continue in a toxic relationship for your own comfort or maybe complacency. I'm not sure how you could speak and think so poorly of a person and still be in a relationship. Why? So she's responding to what she sees. This is what tends to happen. This is why so many men are blindsided. She's speaking on it because we keep seeing these blindsided men, but this man says you need to leave a relationship. Now we have one Amoeba One taking exception to typical men, and this is a woman. She says, mate, can we not? You're genuinely causing problems when I'm telling guys off for saying stuff like typical woman. I get there are systemic issues and patriarchy, etc., but seriously, it makes it genuinely hard to tell guys not to do the same and to treat us as individuals. And to that, Introverted 1993 says, dude, I'm literally in the same boat as his wife. I haven't reached the stage of asking for a divorce yet. I'm damn well near it. And I can guarantee my husband will react the same way he is. Men need to stop being comfortable inside of a marriage, thinking just because I married her, I can get away with treating her like this is nothing new. I can bet all my life that she spoke to him about countless issues countless times, and he even admitted to not being there. Sorry, bro, but that's the hard truth. Grouchy Original says, I was here too, so sorry to hear you're going through this as well. And this person, 0157, says, have you told your husband that you can see you're in the path to divorce, that you're booking couples counseling, and that if he doesn't show up, he's making a choice to divorce? Men are different than women. Many of us may hear it, but also minimize it because society has been telling us our whole life to minimize our own feelings. Some guys need something extreme to snap out of it. If you wait until you have nothing left to give and just ask for a divorce, that moment has come too late. I don't know your situation. I don't know what you've said and done, but I'm sure you feel unheard, but about as often as women feel unheard when men are surprised by a woman who walks away. If you want things to change, do everything you can and get rid of subtlety. Some marriages will still fail, but couples therapy can help because an unbiased observer can explain, provide context, and reinforce. These people act like women are being subtle when we ask for what we need. We're not. We're telling them exactly what we need, but all they hear is wop, 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 wop. They interpret it as nagging. They don't give a damn. They need to stop with this. Sugar Bear says, I told my ex-husband I would leave. I even told him I would cheat if he didn't become more involved in our marriage. I told him exactly what I felt was lacking more than once and encouraged him to do the same. I don't describe that as subtle. I got nothing from him. A few months after the divorce, he had the stupidity to ask what went wrong. Some men just don't listen or care until they lose the woman, and then it's too late. And I do mean some, definitely not all men. My current husband is wonderful, and it's his first marriage, so he didn't have to learn any of this. LOL. Same story, different day, another blindsided husband because they refuse to listen. Anyways, let me know what you think about this. Pretty much saying the same thing. I don't know why we'd have to do this over and over before these men actually hear their wives, before their wives walk out. Let me know what you think. Join the conversation. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And go ahead and smash the follow button if you're not yet following me.